Hello and welcome to the AV Nut, where nuts about AV. Today we're taking a look at this, the Tedelex Home Arcade. So this was my mother's one. My opa bought it, which is English his grandfather bought this for her in the 80s. Instead of an Atari, which she loved it. I've got this place for this console because I did also play it with my father when I was much younger. But if I was, she see the thing is she was 6 type of thing. If I was like 14 and I got something like this over an Atari, I'd be a bit disappointed. Why is it so dusty? Why is it not coming off either? Anyway, but it's perfectly fine. It's an Atari clone from the 70s. It's not anything to write home about, but surprisingly, there's only one other video on the internet, on YouTube about this animated post, but I don't know who made it. Anyway, so before I show you the device itself, I'll show you the box, because I do have it in the original box. I don't think the manual's in this, but yeah. Okay. This is the Tedelex Home Arcade, Adventures in Television. So, Tedelex was a very big South African name. Very big. Now, I don't really make all too much, make pressure cookers and stuff, but I used to make a lot of electronics also. I've got a Tedelex TV. I've made a video on it. I'll put it in the description. There used to be a TV advert. I am yet to find it, but it was take along a Tedelex, basically. It's a portable color Tedelex TV or black and white or whatever. But I still don't know the date of this, but it's around about the late 70s, mid 70s, sometime, maybe very early 80s. But anyway, to demonstrate it, I've got this box TV, my telephone compile color. I think it's a 735. I can't remember the model. I made a video also on this, also in the description. But you can see the shape of the screen now. No, I'm in the frame. I don't want you to see me. You can see in the frame the shape of the TV and it's actually quite similar to the TV in the box because it's wood grain and it's bulging out a bit like this TV does on the sides. But yeah, so here's the Tedelex Home Arcade unit. You've got space mission, which actually I just noticed this on the actual. Oh no, that's pens. Okay, someone's penned. Someone has made a pen. It's not. I thought that the label sticker was coming off, but now it's just pen that makes it look like that. But yeah, you can see the main controls cover. It's like an Intellivision clone type of thing mixed with an Atari clone, and then the included what's it called, cover for the numbers for the respective game. Here's what you can definitely see that's photo superimposed over there. But yeah, this is the model HA1. This video game card is not included. But yeah, it's a simple box, but it's effective. Other side's exactly the same. Actually surprised of that. I thought it would have been Afrikaans on the other side. But no, okay, top and bottom's also the same. So okay. Let's list the features. Home Arcade attaches easily to any color or black and white TV. Full color play on color television. Full action play on black and white television. See, this was when smaller 13-inch black and white TVs were still very common in home. And most people still either in your lounge you would have a TV like this, a big color TV. But if you wanted one in your room or something, you could get it color TV, but that was the rich people. Poorer people, i.e., most people, would have a black and white TV. Even rich people didn't bother buying a color TV for bedrooms. But game cartridges simply plug into console or to program the microcomputer. Action sounds heard through the TV speaker, so you can see your TV speaker. Hand controllers use convenient disc control or optional joystick must be attached. That's this, these things screw in and out. So you can either, it's an atrocious control. It really is smushy and bad, but you can either use it as like a disc, or you can screw the thing in and use it like a joystick. It's not horrible, it's just, I will say the Atari controller was better than this. Okay, much better. I'm yet to use it in television, but I imagine it's also better than this. Computer keyboard on each hand controller. It's not a computer keyboard, it's a numpad. Okay. Ignore that, I burned my hand. Okay. Game TV station antenna switch provided for ease of converting from game to TV station. This did not have that. Where is mine? I've got one of those. It's not the one from this. It's one someone gifted to me a while ago. The door will not open. It's blocking my door from opening. This is the first one. You see, this is my bits and the bobs as well. That green. Fine. See, there it is. Okay. It was included. I don't know what happened to it. It's probably long gone. It's essentially this. It's essentially this I think was from an Intellivision. It's essentially a splitter type of thing, so you can switch between when you want to watch TV and when you want to use this. Because you only had one antenna input in the back of your TV. You didn't need this, you could get your own, but that did come with one, basically, that type of thing. Okay. It turns your TV set into an arcade game center. Okay. Sort of self-explanatory. Endless fun and entertainment for all ages. It's not endless fun, it's pretty limited fun. External 12-volt DC power supply provided. May easily be used with portable TV, boats, or mobile homes. That's basically these are, so from what I can tell from looking at the Wikipedia of this, these are also 12-volt inputs. So if you are on a motorboat or in a motorhome, that you could plug in that type of same type of input that the Atari had, which is like a headphone connector, or just a 12-volt barrel jack. Okay. Convenient on-off power indicator. I don't know if that's a feature. AC adapter operates on standard household voltage. It's implied by AC adapter. Distributed by Tedelex. That's an important thing. This is not a Tedelex. Well, it is. It's a Tedelex product, but the thing was originally made by a certain company. I can't remember the name of. And then it was distributed by Tedelex. Tedelex essentially bought the rights to make this device in South Africa, and then they manufactured it themselves, but they bought the plans to it, and started selling it as their own. The games also made by them, which the games are 3D bowling, soccer. Oh, these aren't the only games, these are just the ones shown. Crazy Gobbler, Space Squadron, American Football, Baseball, Space Vultures, and Creepy Crawler. So yeah, Crazy Gobbler just seems like Pac-Man clone, but we'll get to that later. The bottom is exactly the same, if a little more washed out. So, I'll give you the rundown from the Wikipedia page on this device, and then we'll go into the actual connection of this thing. Okay, so here I am. It is 3 weeks later, 2 weeks later, I don't know. But here we have the Wikipedia page on the device. Now, it's actually the Arcadia 2000. It's made by Emerson. It says here the Arcadia 2001 is a second generation 8-bit video game console. I somehow doubt it's 8-bit. Somehow. Released by Emerson Radio in May 1982 for the price of $99. I don't know what it would have been here for the Tedelex version. Several months before the release of ColecoVision. It was discontinued only 18 months later. A total of 35 games have been released. Emerson licensed the Arcadia to Bandai, which released it in Japan. Over 30 Arcadia 2001 clones exist. Okay, yes, so it says the, what's it called, many clones of it. So, where is it? So you can see the various information on it. And the technical specifications. But here's the list of the different clones, clones. You've got stuff like the HMG 2650 by Animex in Germany, Canada, and Australia. But then if you go down, you get My System, Tedelex Home Arcade, only in South Africa. There you go. That's from 1982. That doesn't give you much information specifically about that version, but yeah, it doesn't even have a picture. So yeah. But yeah. Here's a list of the games. I've got some of them. And that's all. So, not really much else to say. Let's get back to the main video. Okay, now that you're caught up on that, we're going to go like this. So, simply, this is not the original power adapter. This is a DVE power adapter made in Taiwan. That my Opa got for this once the original power adapter went missing. I do not know what happened to it. It either broke or died or something, but it's gone. So we have got this one. If I take the cable, where's the plug one? There's the plug. Okay. I know this is a mess of cables. Believe it or not, this actually looks better than it did. It has been getting smaller and smaller. Because it's been a mess. I've been moving stuff out and stuff. Anyway, that plugs just straight into the power AC adapter. There you go. Then you've got your wired aerial cable. It's the same thing as the Atari. It's just wired into the back. No way to plug it in and out. So yeah, let me just go like this. Oh, and by the way, during that break, I got a nice cup of tea. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to plug this into the antenna input on this RF modulator, because I don't want to have to fish at the back there. I've been using this RF modulator to connect this PS3 to this TV, as well as my video machine. I'm going to plug the RF modulator back in. because I plugged it out. There we are. It is current. It's a switch. Why is the S backwards? It's not up backwards. It's upside down. What? It's a really cheap device. It's clone of an Ellis RF modulator, but I've got one of those. It just doesn't work anymore properly. It's on channel 21. That doesn't matter. This is on channel 36. On UHF. Turn on the TV. Let that warm up. The thing about this TV is that the image is bent like that when it's warming up. Once it's warmed up, it goes back to correct image. But anyway, let me continue to show you around the device. There are two wired controllers. It's this spring cord that I do not like. It's incredibly annoying. It's incredibly hard. 40-year-old 50-year-old plastic. 40, I think it's 40. There's little things for the controller to slide into type of thing, sit nicely. That's incredible. Yeah. The controllers are incredibly light, so the cable pulls it left, right, and center. It's look at the back. See what I mean? It's light, really light. Let me just see if this is still tuning. Okay, yeah, channel 7 on this TV is that. It's stupidly light. It's properly thin. Controls. It's smushy. That. It's really bad feeling. That has no tactile feedback whatsoever. It's incredibly uncomfortable to hold. It's got two buttons on the side. You've got that Tedelex home arcade there. But then there's a place where you can slide in that card, but it's cheap and not nice. Same thing for the other side. You might think that this is a ventilation hole. No, that's just plastic made to look nice. Take you around the device. If we flip it over, you get Tedelex Home Arcade Adventures in Television, made in Hong Kong, manufactured by Universal Appliances Limited. I was wrong. Not made. Okay. I don't know what happened to my voice there. So this is manufactured by Universal Appliances Limited. So it says FCC type approval. So this could have, they just changed the branding. They didn't change any of that. So that means that when this was sold in the US, they just changed the labels. So when I bought it here, they didn't touch this. Because we don't have the FCC, we have the Broadcasting Commission. I don't know what name is. But yeah, it's made in Hong Kong. I was wrong, but it wasn't made here. Whoa, what happened there? Turn it on, it's not happy. Anyway, you've got a reset button, select, options, start, and power button. Oh, what's happening there now? You're not happy when I turn you on without the cartridge in. It's got a very wide cartridge, but it's pretty similar connected to the Atari. It's got some nice wood grain on the edges, and that's about it. That's fake wood grain. It's fake wood grain. It's the stuff that you put over it. Okay, now for the cartridges. I have got 5 of the cartridges for this device. I don't think my mother had more. I think this is, if I ever find more, I'll add on to this video somehow and make this follow up. But I've got cartridge number 1, cat tracks. That's not going to stand up on its own. Cartridge number, I think there was 86 cartridges. You'll see it. It's in the Wikipedia portion. I haven't recorded it yet, but so you'll see there. Cartridge number 3, Robot Killer. Cartridge number 5, Space Squadron. And cartridge number 17, Breakaway. And cartridge number 20. Thanks a lot. For all that I can say about these that are bad, cover art's actually quite nice. It's nice big boxes. I suppose it's held up this long. Thanks a lot, video game cartridge. Views with Tedelex Home Arcade. Adventures in Television. So yeah, it's one player. So that tells you about the things you can use, one player or two player. This one. So it just gives you a short description of the thing. Use left side controller for this one. Enemy tanks are approaching. You are armed with bazooka. Crouch, aim, fire. You got him, and more points. Watch out for his shells. You must penetrate his barricade. Lots of action and fun. Destroy all tanks, and a second, more difficult scene appears. High score remains on screen so next player can challenge. Great sound and color. Fun for the family. Yes, 1982 is when I thought. Sometime in the early 80s. Okay, so 1 or 2 player breakaway. There are 32 versions possible for this game. It's going to be incredibly small changes, as is common for these different versions. There are many ways and speeds to which this game can be played. Play against the computer or try to beat your opponent. In one version, you can control the ball even after your paddle has hit it. In another version, the ball makes holes in the paddle, increasing difficulty of play. A blackout option is also there. Scoring on screen for each player, endless hours of fun for all members of the family. And same thing for all of them. It tells you about the game. It's like that's one player. So, looking inside the box, you get the manual. There's scoring, and it gives you a short rundown of the game. It's an Atari type of clone games. It's not really that difficult. Gives you some illustrations, stuff like that. And yeah, this doesn't have the cover for the numbers, but you can see the cartridge. It's quite long. It gives you the same stuff that's on the box on the back of the cartridge. It's quite long, but some of the cartridges, it's also a long one. So they're very inside. I imagine it's depending on the length of the game and the complexity of it. It needs more cartridge space for more components. See, here's a baby one. It's soft. It's much smaller. Okay, it's similar to an Atari cartridge at the bottom, but it's much wider. The instructions are all the same. Just want to find one of those overlays. There we go. Here's the thanks a lot one. So this is basically would get slid in to here. It's a very thin plastic thing, and it would get slid in there. You press the button, and it does that action. It's like in television, it tells you what each button does. So yeah, it's not that. There's not that much to say about it. It's entirely clone. So let me put in cat facts again. They are all saying nice cover art. I do like the cover art. Okay, but anyway, you just shove the cartridge in the top and you turn it on, and it gives you the image. Why is it in black and white? I distinctly remember this having more colors. The TV tuned in properly. No, it was not. Okay. There we go. So yeah, it's an Atari clone. It's quite simple. This is a power on indicator. It's a cartridge. It is quite simply. You hit reset to reset it, and then you hit start to start it, and It's a Pac-Man clone. Yeah, that's Tedelex. It's not that interesting. So that's a Pac-Man clone. Then let me put the boxes over there. Thanks a lot is, if I forget the name of the game. It's also an Atari game clone. So reset, play, and you essentially just have to kill the tank. I know the game, I can't remember. You're just a little man that runs around. I can't remember the name of the game that does copies. But yeah, it's another Atari clone. Then, Tedelex Home Arcade. Breakaway. Breakaway is the tiny cartridge. As you can see, this also comes out by the way. So you could, if you had a bigger cartridge, they'd probably just the boxes are the same. This is essentially Breakout. No doubt about it. It's just worse because it doesn't have the pedal controller. So you're using a joystick, and Breakout doesn't work well with a joystick because, well, it just simply doesn't work well. Your bar doesn't move fast enough. Yeah, I'm doing decently, but yeah, Breakout just requires a pedal normally. So yeah, and dead. See, there's the different games. Changes the colors and changes the rules slightly. Okay, no, yeah. See, there's a different game. There's 1 versus 1. But for some reason, you move the joystick left and right, and it only moves it. You can't move it up and down. There's different versions of it. There's one with 2 pedals and so on. I'll give you a line out from a TV with a AV output. And at some point I'll do like a full playthrough of these games. Like a stream or something. Anyway, that's Breakaway. We're gonna go Space Squadron. It's getting very nice box art. I do like the boxes. That's the most redeemable quality of these things. The boxes look nice. Yeah, let's check my tea. Good enough. Yes, it is. Sip of tea. Just ASMR. Okay. Here we go. Space Squadron. Select level 1, you'd say. Start. And then you just press go, and then it's I forget the name of this game also. It's also an Atari clone. You can shoot. And then you die. Yeah. I forget the name. It's also an Atari clone. All of these are Atari clones, or television clones, or clones of games made at the time. And then we got the last game, Robot Killer. Now, if I remember right, this is I can't remember specifically any game that has copies. It could be a Return to Castle Wolfenstein clone. Not the FPS game, or not a Return to Castle, a Castle Wolfenstein clone. Is it? I can't remember the original Castle Wolfenstein game on the Atari or whatever it was, because it looks like it to me. Yeah. It's a maze game. You got the little man, he runs around shooting people. And then if you touch the walls, you die. Quite like not nice effects. I don't really like the sound effects in this game a lot, or in this console a lot. But yeah, that's about it. I've already talked long enough about this thing. Um, it's a little cheap clone made by a South African, or released, distributed by a South African company. It's pretty poor. It's not South Africa's own video game console. It's made in Hong Kong. It's just sold here. It's just branded by our company. It's like saying what could I say? It's like saying that the American version of the Opel Ranger is American because it's got whatever its model was. I think it was GM on it or something. It's not ours, but it was sold here. This is my opinion. If you think this is our video game console, South Africa's video game console, you're entitled to that opinion. It is a clone of. It is entirely ripping off video games from other companies at the time. So, if you want that to be our video game console, this is it. Tedelex Home Arcade. A clone of an Atari, not the best clone at it. So, that's it for me. I'll give you some direct line outputs of the games so you can get a nice idea of the quality. But that's it for me. So in the business say, we've got a saying. That is that you must stay safe, stay home, and stay beauty